Good evening, everyone. This is Great English Online, and I am the teacher, Dr. Glenda Rose, here in Austin, Texas, in the southwestern part of the United States. This week we're going to talk about who or whom. Who is a subject pronoun. Remember that the subject is the person or object that does the action of the sentence. So, for example, Gary is eating a banana. Eating is the action of the sentence. So the verb phrase is eating is the action. The person doing the eating is Gary. So Gary is our subject. Now perhaps we don't know that Gary is eating a banana. We just know that someone is eating a banana. Someone is an indefinite pronoun. We don't know who that person is. So if we want to ask the question, we just replace the subject with who. Who is eating a banana? Who is eating a banana? So the subject pronoun who is used in place of subjects. Seems logical, right? Now let's talk about whom. First of all, whom is not used much in spoken English. In everyday English, almost everyone uses who for everything. However, some people still use whom in speaking, and it is still used in formal writing, especially business and academic writing. So what is whom? Whom is an object pronoun, and again, we're going to use it for more formal situations like academics or business, or for writing of any kind. So object pronouns for formal situation, we're going to use whom. Now the object, the direct object, receives the action of the verb. So I have a picture here, and this is Bob kissed Liz under the mistletoe. Bob kissed Liz under the mistletoe. In case you don't know what mistletoe is, it's a plant, a parasitic plant, that grows in trees in the winter in many countries. And in English-speaking countries, there is a tradition at Christmas that if someone stands under the mistletoe, you are supposed to kiss them. Now, since mistletoe is usually outside, creative people started bringing the mistletoe inside and nailing it above doorways to get more kisses. Let's get back to work. Bob kissed Liz under the mistletoe. So the kissing is the action going on. Who is doing the kissing? Bob. And Liz is receiving the kiss. So Liz is the direct object of kiss. So we know that Bob kissed someone under the mistletoe. Perhaps we don't know that it's Liz. And then we can ask the question, Bob kissed whom under the mistletoe? The only problem with this is that in English, we don't usually have the question word in the middle of the sentence. We usually put the question word at the beginning of the sentence. And when we do that, we also have to use an auxiliary verb. If you move the question word from the middle of the sentence to the beginning of the sentence, then you need to use an auxiliary verb. Whom did Bob kiss under the mistletoe? So there's our question. Whom, that we moved to the front, and then we added the auxiliary verb did for the past tense. Bob kiss. And now we just use the base form of kiss because the tense of past is represented by did, under the mistletoe. Again, whom is the question word. We added the auxiliary did to tell us that this is past tense. Bob is the subject, and then kiss in the base form of the verb because the tense is represented already by did. Whom did Bob kiss under the mistletoe? Whom can also be an indirect object. That means that the person receives the action, but not directly. For example, Nancy gave Maya a present. What is the action in the sentence? The action is gave, the verb give in the past tense. What was given? A present. Nancy gave a present. Maya received the present that was given by Nancy. So Maya receives the action of give indirectly. So she is the indirect object. Nancy is the person who gives. That's our subject. Gave is our action. What was given? What did Nancy give? A present. To whom did Nancy give? The present, Maya, and that's our indirect object. And you heard me use to whom, and that's where we're going to go with this. Nancy gave someone a present. So we can substitute a real person for the indefinite pronoun someone, and then replace that with whom. Nancy gave whom a present. But again, we don't usually like our question words or interrogative words here in the middle of a question. So we're going to bring the whom to the beginning of the sentence along with to, because it's an indirect object. To whom did Nancy give a present? To whom did Nancy give a present? Notice again that we add the auxiliary verb because we had to move the question word, and the base form of the main verb is used because we're using the auxiliary. Because this is the indirect object, we also added to here at the beginning. Whom can also be the object of a preposition. Sky went bike riding with Angie. So the action is go bike riding, and Sky is the person who is doing the bike riding, and with Angie is a prepositional phrase. So with is our preposition, and Angie is the object of the preposition. As before, maybe we don't know that it's Angie, we just know that it's someone. So we can say Sky went bike riding with someone, and then replace someone with whom. Sky went bike riding with whom? Again, we don't like to leave our question words at the end of the sentence or in the middle. So we're going to pull that to the beginning along with the preposition. So notice that the preposition also had to come all the way to the front. With whom did Sky go bike riding? Again, whom is more formal. Generally, for speaking, you can use who in all situations. If you are in a very educated group, such as at a university or in a court situation, you may want to use whom. But for everyday speaking, who is just fine. Well, if you're ready for the quiz, you can go to www.greatenglishonline.com and try it under free practice. You'll see a bunch of options there, including today's video and the quiz just below the video. Thanks, and I hope to see you at Great English Online for private lessons, group lessons, courses, or editing. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.